Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Hey, thanks for joining in. This is going to be nickel box hunt number 9 for me. Just a current standing if you watched the video, or if you didn't watch that video. We had 3 album fills plus a buffalo in box number 8, so we're at 176 over 194. So still a little less than 20 coins left, 8 boxes. Most of those are the silver ones, so they are going to be a challenge to get. But because of how good the last box was, I went back to the bank and got had them put together another box of the customer wrapped rolls because of what I found. So you'll notice this isn't a full box here. That's because I actually pulled out some of these coins rolls for the ends. I mean, what I saw at the end, yep, that's the ender, just has got me going. Take a look at that. See if I can get that lighting better, but look at that S right above the top. So we do have a silver ender on this end. It's on the other end. I don't remember on this one. And that was just a modern on there. But we do have one silver ender, which is going to be great. And then as we looked, I don't know, that one's taped, so I'll probably start with that one because I'm curious. But I mean, look at these enders, and I did take a peek, and I'm going to do 2 videos out of these 10 rolls. But look at that, 1962 on that end, and we've got a, come on, light, 1961 on that end. So those are older, but I'm just going to give you a little peek in here and just open that up to show you right there. Just random picks. We have a 1955. Focus. Thank you. We have a 1946. Slide that through. We have a 1951. So I'm thinking we might have a older nickel, if not a collection dump. So I'm going to be curious on this. We have at this end on this coin, we have a 1960. Focus. Touching the wrong thing. Trying to touch the coin to get that to focus. But yeah, we have a 1962 on that end. And then on this one, 1940. On this end, I mean, just look at that. Let's see if we could drop that down. We have a reverse ender on this one with a mint mark. So I'm just going to cheat again. 1941 on this end and a 1941 on that end. So you get the theme going on here. I've got 10 rolls that all have 1960 and earlier enders and coin nickels in there. So I'm going to get going on this box hunt. We are going to start with this tray first. And I'll bring you in for this purpose of this video. The intro's been way longer than I wanted. So I'm just going to bring you in for the summary of these rolls here, not including the silver. I'll do the silver as roll number 11 because I'm curious about this taped up roll. And I'll do the silver as roll 11, and we'll do that one live just to see what else is in there. So I'll bring you back in for the first 10 roll summary, unless I find some silver or some buffaloes along the way. And hey, there we go. Boom, we got silver. Let's take a look. That is a San Francisco mint. That is a 1945 San Francisco. So great silver on that. That is well loved. That is definitely going to be an album fill. Let's pull that one aside. Ooh, look at that. Looking for all of the varieties at a later date. Definitely, we got a toned edge here. And Philly. So that is a silver. Philadelphia Mint. Let's see, what year do we have? 1944 Philly. So that's a second silver in 9 rolls. But look at this pile over here. This right here, this is 25, 25, 1939. You know, 25 of them, all 1939, all of them Philly, no doubles in there. But holy crap, I mean, to find 25 in 10 rolls. Then if we look over here, these are 1940s. We had 1, 2, 3 1940s, 5 1940 Denver, and a bunch of 1940 Philadelphias. 41, we had 2 1941 San Francisco, Denver, and Philly. We had a bunch of 1942 non-silver Philadelphia. We did have these 2 silvers. So out of the 2 silvers, we have a 1944 Philadelphia, and we have a 1945 San Francisco. So we did have the 2 silvers in there. Slide you down. We have 1946 Philly 2, Denver 5, 4. We have 1947. We do have 1 Philly and a bunch of Denvers. 1948. I just got to count these real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7, 7. So 7 1948 all Denvers. 1949s. We had 4 Philly, 7, 8 Denvers, and 2, which these are the lower mintage, 1949 San Francisco. No, I'm sorry, that's not the low mintage. It's 48 San Francisco. That was the lower mintage. Either way, it's always strange just to see the San Franciscos. Now I got to go back. It's 44, 46, 47, 48. So the San Franciscos I look for until we get down here. We have 1951. We have 3 Philadelphias, 1 Denver. We have 1952, 4 Philadelphia and 4 Denvers. 1953, we have 1 Philadelphia and 1, 2, 3, 4 Denvers. 1954, going here, we have 3 1954 San Franciscos, not the lower date. We have a bunch of 1954 Denvers, the most common, and we do have 1 1954 Philly. We have 1955, all of which were Denvers. We have 1956, we have 2 Philadelphia and 5 Denvers. 1957 was all Denvers. 1958, we did have, that's the low mintage right there, lower mintage, 1958 Philadelphia, and a bunch of 1958 Denvers. And we have a bunch of 1959s, all of which were Denver. But I keep coming back to this one. You guys let me know. Put something in the chat. When you look at the 2 next to each other, I mean, that one on the right just has that mirror-like complexion, a deeper stamp to them. I know they did do proofs back then, but I don't know which mint they came from. It's not like you could find them today, but I mean, just look at the way that reflects the cleanliness, the depth of that deep. I don't know if it's a deep cameo or not, but just look at those details for that 1959. I'm going to a coin shop this weekend, so I'm going to definitely take that in and see what they say. But leave those comments below. But there you go. There is all of 10 rolls finds. All right, folks, here we are. Roll number 11. I did say we will bring you in for, because that is our ender. And on this side, yep. So I'll put that in on that one. Let's just see what else we have in here. And it's looking pretty normal. except for that end coin. So we'll start with that one. We know, let's see, the year 1944. And that is that San Francisco Mint. So 1944 San Francisco. That is silver. That is a good one. All right, folks, here we are at the end of roll 20. Like I said, I think we're done with the older ones, new wrappers, probably a new collection, but some decent finds nonetheless. We did have a 1970 San Francisco, add that to my 1970s. We had a nice lower mintage 2009 Philadelphia. That might be a book filler. I can't remember if I need the Philly or the Denver for that. We also did get one 2025 Philadelphia and two 2025 Denvers. So those also might be book fillers. So we're definitely keeping those out. Of the good finds, 1940s and 50s, we had a 1940 Philadelphia. We had our silver. That was the ender again, 1944 San Francisco. So we do like seeing those silvers. We like seeing those San Franciscos. Again, potentially book filler. We have a 1946 Philadelphia. That is a standard coin. Not needed, I don't believe. We had a 1952 Philly. We had a 1953 Denver. Still looking for those San Franciscos. 1954 Denver. So all in all, not too bad of finds for those 10 rolls. Whatever happened to my focus? There we go. I'm going to get on rolls 21 through 30, and I'll bring you back in at the end of 30 for the summary, unless we find a wow find in between. Do you see what I see? Looking right there in the center. This is roll number 38. And can you see that discoloration there? It's not showing up too well on the camera. But if we look right there, look at that date. That is magic. 1943. So that is a silver nickel. That's a war nickel, 1943. This marks number 4 for this box. Let's take a look at the mint mark. Boom. San Francisco again. 4 war nickels in this box. Roll number 38. I still have 22 rolls left to go. And this is the fourth war nickel, silver nickel, 3 of which are San Francisco mint. This box is rocking. Bring you in for the summary soon. All right, folks, here we are at the end of roll number 30. Finally getting some more foreign finds. We did have 2 Canadians. We have a 1985 and a stunning, beautiful 1978. Flip those around the right way there. So 78 and 85 Canadian. We do have our 1968 San Francisco to add to the collection, and we did have 2 more 2025s. I know they're not major finds, but they're popular, they're new. It's finally, what is it, end of October, and I'm finally starting to see 2025 nickels in circulation. The stunner of the 10 rolls here is this one right here. This marks number 4 for the box. Look at that. San Francisco up top there. That is a beautiful war nickel. That is 1943 San Francisco. Again, that's number 4 war nickel for this box. I still have 20 rolls to go, so I am just excited about that. We have 2 1941, both of which are Philadelphia common coins. We have 1946, which is a common coin. That is a Denver mint. excuse me, 1946. Excuse me. We have a 1958 from the Denver Mint, common coin. And for our 1959s, we did get two of those. And that is a Philadelphia and a Denver. So we got the pair in these 10 rolls. So not bad for 10 rolls of hunting. Like I said, I got 20 more to go. So I'm going to get going. I'll bring you back in at 40 for another summary. All right, folks, here we are on roll number 33, and the gifts just keep on coming. Do you see that? Can you see that slight discoloration there? Maybe a little bit of an angle there, but take a look at that. We are looking at, ooh, ugly, but that is a Philadelphia. Take a look at that. A little bit of corrosion on that side. P on top. That means this is a war nickel. Philadelphia Mint. This is number 5 for this box. We're on roll number 33, so we still got plenty of rolls to go. 5 war nickels. Let's take a look at the date. 1943. That side's looking a lot better. That's just all corroded on there. I like that side better. 1943, Philly. The gifts keep on coming. Bring you in for the next one. All right, here we are, roll number 45. These last 2 rows have been a little bit quieter, but I thought I'd bring you in for this one. This is a 1964. You can see that in Denver. So I always look at these now for any kind of repunched mint mark. Let's get a little focus there. That's hard to say. If you taking a good look at that right at the top of the D, is that a repunched mint mark? Is that just damage? I don't know. But for those who are watching carefully and are noticing the C, it might be a repunched mint mark because look at America. AM inside of the E, outsides of the R, the I, the C. We do have some doubling going on here. So this is a 1964 double die reverse. There are about 60 different varieties of the double dies. I haven't looked through all of them to see which one it is, but it is clear we have a 1964 Denver DDR. Bring you back in for the next find. Only 5 rolls left to go. All right, folks, here we are for the summary, and what a summary. I mean, look at all these nickels. I do have them laid out. I had to create a cheat sheet just because there's so many of them. I'm going to put them up on the screen here, but I am going to just highlight a couple of them here. We did have a 1978 and a 1985. These were those Canadian, our 2 foreign finds up there. Up here in this corner, we have 4 1968, 5 1969, and 3 1970 San Franciscos. We did have that 1 2009 Philadelphia. We had 1 2025 Philadelphia. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2025 Denver. So we did have some new coins in here at the end. But I mean, most of it is all of this haul. And again, I'm just going to write these down, read them out for you here. We ended up with, up here, these 2 rolls, 28. That's right, 28. 28 1939 Philadelphias. We had 1912, 1940 Phillies, 5 1940 Denver, and 3 1940 San Francisco. 41, we had 12 Philadelphia, 10 Denver, and 2 San Francisco. 42, we did have 42 Clads, Philadelphia. We had 9 of them. But take a look at these. This was some of the pride and joy here. We had five silver war nickels. So that is our 1943. That's our Dirty Philly. We had a 1943 San Francisco. We have 1944 Philadelphia. No Denvers. We had a 1944 San Francisco. This is one of those lower mintage on top of being silver. This only had 21,640,000 minted. So I consider low mintage anything under 25 million. Some people have different qualifications on there. That's why I say that's a lower mintage silver. And we did have a 1945 San Francisco. So great silver finds. Over here we have three 1946 Phillies, 5 1946 Denvers. We had 1 1947 Philly, 7 1947 Denvers. We had 7 1948 Denvers. In 1949, we had 4 Philly, 8 Denver, and we had these two 19. As I'm making a mess here. 1949. Both of these are San Francisco Mint. Turn those around. So again, 1949, both of which are San Francisco. Semi-key date. This is under 10 million minted on there. So key date to some, semi-key date to others. This had 9,716,000 minted. So a little dirty on this one. These, if not album fillers, might be an album upgrader. That one on the left here is really nice. So nice to see some real low semi-key date nickel coming out of there. Let's take a look at our 1950s. We had nothing from 50s. We had 3 1951, and we did have one, again, lower mintage. This is a 1951 Denver mint, and that Denver mint is 20,460,000 minted. So that's a lower minted coin. We had 652 Phillies, 452 Denvers, 153 Philly, 553 Denvers, 154 Philly hiding in the back. We had 1454 Denvers. We had 354 San Franciscos. 55, we did have some, the common one. We had 8 1955 Denver. We had 2 1956 Phillies, 5 1956 Denvers. We had 8 of the 1957 Denvers. Switch sides here. And then we did have another lower mintage key date. That's a 1958. And that's a Philly. So there were only 17,088,000 of those minted. So that's another lower mintage coin still in circulation. We then had the 958 Denvers, 159 Philly, and 1059 Denvers. So look at that, folks. I mean, oh, I forgot this one too. The other pride and joy here is that 1964 Denver DDR. That's that double die reverse you saw earlier there on the America. Very clear down here for the doubling. Second one I have found in recent hunts. So they're still out there. They're still floating. There's the haul. Wow, I should have totaled out how many finds this is, but this is just too many to really count. Wow, that's all I could say. All right, folks, got through all those nickels. got them down, and box number 9 actually gave us 7 new finds, and it also closed out a book. So we've got our 1996 to present. And look at that. That one gap there was the 2009 Philadelphia. And then our other gap was this 2025 Philadelphia. So look at that. That album. See if I can get that there. There we go. That album is a complete album. So whatever's going to come up in 2026, we'll see. But that is Jefferson, 1996 to 2025, complete. We have book number 2 here. This is 1962 to 1995. That book is complete. So now we are down to just this one. And this book had 5 finds in it. Doing my math here just to double check. So now we get to take a look and see what those finds are. All right, so we do have a 1943. That was that San Francisco silver. So we can look here. 1942, 43, Denver, 1943 silver with 104 million minted. We have a 1944, and that is also Philadelphia. So 1944 Philly, 119 million minted. Silver goes in there. We have here a 1944 San Francisco. That one is up here. That was one of those lower mintage, 21.6 million. So under 25. Why is that one that way? That should be a 45p. Get that one flipped the right way. On there. And then this one, San Francisco again, well loved, well rubbed out, nice and thin, smoothing out. 1945 San Francisco. So we got a lot of those silvers that we've been waiting and hunting for. And the other one, that is a S mint mark, 1954. And so that 1954 San Francisco, 29 million minted, so not a lower one, a challenging one to find. So now let's take a look at where we're left with, what did I count? We've got 11 spots left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots left. We have that 1955 with 7.8 million. That's going to be a key date, hard to find. We have our 1950 and our 1950D. Of course, those are key dates and will be the last ones. We have this 1945 Denver silver, 37 million minted, so that is a smaller one, and or smaller, lower mintage one, so that might be a little more difficult. And again, the silver, we got 1944D, 1943D, 1942 Philly silver. I do have some of those in earlier collections, but not from my box hunt series. That's why I haven't put it there. And this 1942 steel, or clad, Denver's going to be a good one. We have that 1939S, and of course the 1938 DNS. So we're down to the key dates here, folks, but 11 coins left to go. And that is our balanced 9 boxes. We found 183 out of the 194. This one gave us another 7, so we're ecstatic. It got our checklist done. So what a wonderful, wonderful customer wrapped rolls that we have found. So if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed these type series, be sure to remember to click that thumbs up, give me those likes, work that YouTube algorithm, subscribe, share it to your friends, make those comments below. And until the next time, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and happy hunting.